Hello everybody, and welcome to Storm Raids, and it's time for the daily reading vlog. Good morning everybody, or, it's getting closer to the afternoon, but it's still morning. I thought I would pop on here and get this going and everything. So, you might have seen before this clip, some footage of The Last Starfighter, because I watched that last night. I was so tired that I just didn't want to read, and so it was a good time to watch a movie. So I picked that one out and everything. And so that one is, I got my handy dandy old school notebook because I don't have any fancy journals. It's just your little notebook to keep track of these things. But The Last Starfighter is from 1984. And so it gets me 3 points because it's a popcorn movie. A movie that was before 2006. It says 3D glasses. A poster has to have blue or red on the cover. And I was going by like this because, I would think that's a poster and it does have blue. But I did look up some of the other posters and a lot of them had blue. So I was going to count it for that. And then Close Encounters of the Third Kind. To watch a sci-fi movie, which, this is about a boy who plays the video game and he beats the record. He's like a teenager, he beats the record, and basically this video game, the game was for this one guy called Centauri to try to find a starfighter, and since he beat the record and everything, he comes and tells him, that he wants him to come with him. And I thought the boy kind of like was at first he's like, okay, sure. And he gets in there and everything. And it's like, you don't even know this guy. And the guy's got a really fancy looking car. I think I would be questioning things. No, he waits until he like takes off into space and gets there where all these aliens and things and finds out that he wants him to be a starfighter. Before he's like, take me back home. I don't want to do this. But anyway, yeah, of course, he ends up having to fight because he ends up being the last starfighter because of some circumstances, which I'm not going to say because y'all should watch the movie because it was a lot of fun. I like the old school special effects. They were fun. I think some of these special effects, especially like aliens and stuff, are a lot more fun than the CGI of today. So I'll stick with my old school stuff because I like it better. But anyway, I did try to put like some clips of the movie at the beginning of this video, and you might notice I have a dog here. You can't see her very well. But our rain has turned into some thunder and everything, so, it's still basically just a rain, but it has brought up a few big booms and things, and even if they're not, like, here, you can hear that stuff from, like, it could be miles away, so somebody else might be getting a little bit more of a storm than we are, but you can hear it, and she is not a happy camper, so she's been up here, and I've been working on my points and everything before I came on here to film because I wanted to be able to tell you points. I did finish an audiobook yesterday, and so I will go to my book section of my fancy notebook. So I have finished my first book, which was Say My Name by R.L. Stine, which is Goosebumps House of Shivers #4. Now, this book did come out in 2025, but it's still old school because it's Goosebumps. Goosebumps is old school. But like I said, you don't have to read like just all old school to be able to get points and things for your team and everything. Go Scoobies. But Say My Name got me way more points than I would have thought. I mean, I'm just reading my books and then I'm looking up the point, and seeing what points I get and everything. So I was really surprised that I got 5 points off of this book. So the first one is You're In for a Scare, read a Goosebumps book. And so this is the Goosebumps House of Shivers. Now I will be reading some more OG Goosebumps later on, but this still counts for a Goosebumps book. And Fern Gully, a book with a nature on the cover or in the story. And if you notice that there's fish is in a pond or a lake, I think it was a lake. I think this cover doesn't really reflect the book very well. Because yes, a fish does like come up and say my name. But this fish looks a lot scarier than the fish that's mentioned. So I'm not sure. But anyway. And then I Know You Are, But What Am I? Read a book with an I on the cover or the letter I on the cover. And I didn't realize, but there's only one I. This fish has just the one I. So it has an I on the cover. So I was like, oh, I can count it. That's so cool. And then the next one is The Goonies, to read a middle grade book. That's what this is, the middle grade. And then the last one is My Girl. And that one is to read a book that's either a coming of age story or the book has to have the cast of characters have to be like middle grade cast of characters, so young cast of characters. And so it is a middle grade book, so pretty much I think all your middle grade books are probably going to fit for this one too. So it fits for that. And so it gets me 5 points. And so I'm like super happy with that. I was thinking I would probably get like maybe 1 or 2 points out of my books. So you never know. Whatever book you're reading, just make sure you look over all the prompts and everything. And one book can fit as many prompts as you can find. And so that's pretty cool. So all together with those two, I got like 8 points. Yay! So I am still reading on Rebecca. I read or listened to a little bit while I was trying to figure this stuff up, and I'm currently 79% into it, so I haven't gotten a lot farther, but I'm just not really sure if I'm gonna like how this ends. I don't know. But I'm still curious, so we'll see how it goes. And everything, but I can't really talk about too much that's happening right at the moment because we're in spoiler territory now, so can't really say much. But yeah, so I'm doing that one, and I didn't read on any of my eyeball books last night. I was just so tired. I just wasn't gonna happen and everything. I do think my TV watching and movie watching is going to bite into some of my eyeball reading time, which, kind of sucks, but I think I can probably get a lot of points by watching things. But I'm also trying for like some trophies. And so let's see. I got everything on the computer here too, but one of the trophies is Beast Mode activated to watch or rewatch 2 or more full seasons of a show. So my show is going to be one of my favorite shows, and I have all 4 seasons, and I have no clue what I have done with the first 2 seasons. But it's on Roku channel or on Tubi, so I'm watching the Scarecrow and Mrs. King. It was one of my favorite shows as a kid. I had a huge crush on Bruce Boxleitner, and it's been a few months since I've watched it, so it's time to watch some more of it. So that's what I'll be watching. I figured if I watch like a couple of episodes a day, I should be able to get through the first 2 seasons and everything. And some days I may watch more like on the weekends when, is good prime binge watching time or whatever. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure I can get through 2 seasons and get 10 points and you get a trophy. I'd like to get all the trophies because that would be super cool, but Large Marge is to read a book over 600 pages. Yeah. There's not a book on my current TBR that's 600 pages, and I don't know if I could find a book that I would want to read or listen to because it had to be audio. That's 600 pages. Because I could have probably got all the other ones, but yeah. So we're just going to try to go for beast mode, which is to watch the 2 seasons. Because that one to me is doable and everything. And is that everything I need to talk about? I think so. It's just, it's a nice, lovely, dreary day here. And so, not a whole lot going on. I'm going to get off of here and baby my little baby. She's not shaking quite as much as she was because it's not booming quite as much. So hopefully she will calm down here in a few minutes and everything. But yeah, gonna get off of here because it is getting close to lunchtime. So I will pop back on when I have something cool to talk about. Hello everybody, coming back for the last clip of the day and to let you all know that I finished Rebecca. I really don't know how I don't know. I don't know what I think of it. I don't know. I was liking it pretty good up until the ending part. And then I'm not really sure. I don't know. I'm going to have to reflect on it a little bit more to decide where my rating might lie. I don't know. Unless I got things wrong, I don't know. And I can't really say anything because I don't want to spoil anything, but I may put something in Sarah's channel under Rebecca with the spoilery things so that people can look at it and then maybe they can let me know if I'm wrong or right. Because there's this just one thing that just kind of I don't care for much that makes me not like it as much as I was liking it. But I finished it and everything. So Rebecca was written in 1938. So I have 4 prompts that I think it won't fit. It would have fit another one, but I had started this in March, so I don't feel like I can count it for that one and everything because I would think that would be one that I would need to have read the whole entire thing and everything, but because Larger Than Life was to read a book over 300 pages, which it is, but I had already read a little bit in March, so I didn't want to count it for that one. But I did count it for a retro vintage because it was published before 2006. And I Love Lucy, which is written by a woman or had a female protagonist, which had both. New Kids on the Block is a new to me author because I've never read Daphne du Maurier before. And then I think it works for Scooby-Doo, which is to read a mystery because on Goodreads anyway, it says it's a mystery, and I mean it has mysterious undertones. You don't know what happened between Max and Mr. De Winters and Rebecca, and until the end of the book or whatever, and so it's kind of a mystery in that way. And so that's what I'm counting it for, so 4 points. And also I wanted to say to feel free, if you realize that I'm missing like a prompt on a book, you can feel free to tell me. I go through and I think, you know, this one works, this one works, this one works, but I could miss one and everything. So anytime I give points on whether it's a movie or a book, you can let me know if you're participating and have the prompt chart anyway. And I also was listening to Throwback by Peter Larangis, and I am almost finished. I got like this little bit here left. So I think it said I was 73%, like that much to go, and everything. I'm a little confused, I'll be honest, because I know it says he has the ability to time travel, and he's a throwback because he actually has the ability, which doesn't happen very often, but sometimes somebody will have the ability to change what happens when they go in time. So everybody else that can time jump, like, it doesn't matter, they can never change the past. But once every so often comes one that can. And they call them throwbacks. So Corey is one of those. I think his name is Corey. Am I getting it right this time? Yeah. Corey is one of them. He found this out when he was time jumped once, and he saved somebody from shooting himself, and then that guy ended up becoming like some successful person, and it changed some things, because when he got back, he finds out like he had been going out with or dating, you know, if you would call it dating for middle grade or whatever it is, this one girl that he absolutely hates. He's like, no, that can't happen. What was, you know, so it does change things. It alters things a little bit. And so there are people that would like to find him and to use him in ways and everything. And he wants to do something for his grandfather and everything. And it has to do with the Twin Towers and 9/11 and things like that. So if you don't want to read about that kind of stuff, you might not want to read this and everything. But yeah, so it does have that in there. But something happens, and he gets sent to the early 1900s. He's like it's like 1917, and I don't understand. I thought it said that like people were supposed to be chasing after him. Okay, so it says that because he's a throwback, it puts his life in danger, because people would want to use that, like I said. But I don't really feel like his life was in danger. Like, nobody was I thought people were going to chase after him or something like that and everything, and he was going to have to time jump and things to try to stay one step ahead and everything. So I guess I had something different in my head that what I thought it was going to be. I don't know. But he is stuck in 1917 because I think somebody picked his pocket while he was unconscious, and it has his coin like to return to like present day or whatever, because you have to have something from that time period or whatever. And he had a photograph of his like great grandfather, I think it was, or something like that, and that's why he ended up, I think, in 1917. And so yeah, so he has to try to figure out how to get back home. And so I'm gonna guess that's what the rest of this is gonna be. But I guess I just thought it was gonna be more of like a cat and mouse, like they were gonna chase him through time or something, or he was gonna have to time jump from here to here to here, trying to stay one step ahead of them. That's not exactly what happened. But I guess that's what happens when you don't read the blurb and find out. You don't read it all, you just read a little bit, and you think one thing when it's another. So maybe I just shouldn't read the blurb at all. But anyway, so getting rambly. But I'm almost done with that one, so I could finish that one tonight. It depends. I would like to work on some of my eyeball reading books, and so I may do, it depends, I might do a little bit of this, because I have some books on my bed that I was wanting to enter into the computer. They're for my collection, and my computer was being a little butthead earlier, and kept freezing, and so I couldn't, so I may listen to this while I'm doing that to get them off in my bed and into a tub. And then after that, I might do some eyeball reading. We'll see how it goes. And I guess you will see tomorrow how it goes and everything. But I'm getting off here. So I hope you had a good evening and a good day. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I will see you all next video. Bye.